Okay, now we are in live. Uh, We have with us Dr. Dave Dowland, Registrar of Brack University. Dr. Dave Dowland has extensive experience as a registrar in the higher education sector. He was the former registrar and chief operating officer of Asian University for Women, where he played a major role in the growth and development of that university. Dr. Dowland obtained his PhD in modern history from Oxford University and his BA honors from King's College London. So, how are you? How are you doing, Dave?
Well, thank you very much, for the invitation to help open up this discussion. It's really good to be with you.
Welcome you. You are in Asian University for Women for a long time in Chattogram, and there we have five preschool. But for this COVID situation, this pandemic situation, everything is closed now. So, can you tell us how can we run it now?
Well, I'm interested to talk a bit about some of the experiences I've had with a number of these schools and organisations involved in the free education of disadvantaged children. But I wanted to say that over the last year, I've had the privilege of visiting quite a number of organisations and schools, particularly in Chittagong. So to give you a few examples, there's the Hope Foundation. I think there are lots of Hope Foundations around, but this particular one is an organisation led by young people. They call themselves the Blue Army. They run a voluntary weekend school for children in need. Another example is the Barrister Milky School. And when I was there most recently, students from Chittagong Grammar School were volunteering as mentors for children and young people. There's the Chattogram Medhabikash School, the Child Haven Orphanage in Chittagong, which cares for disadvantaged children and young people from many cultures and religions and helps them to appreciate each other's backgrounds and traditions. And then students at Asian University for Women have been volunteering to teach English. Actually, the university has particular expertise in helping those from disadvantaged backgrounds to develop English skills, math skills, and skills for life through its access programs. So these students have been teaching English and maths and some other subjects through schools and community projects, through the university's Pathways program, joint work with Caritas, and the community initiatives led by Obaida Rahman. And some of the students carrying their interest later on through the support of the Teach for Bangladesh organisation. And the other thing I also wanted to mention before going into your specific question is that further afield, through Asian University for Women, we've had contact with a wonderful organisation in Cambodia.
South Asian Voice for Children founder Shahjan Ali Chaudhary and his team working from beginning of COVID-19 restlessly. Would you kindly tell them something especially our volunteer team to inspire them something?
Well, I think I want just to say that they, and I mentioned some of the other organisations just now, have played, just playing such a crucial role. Without them, this is the thing that has struck me visiting so many schools and organisations in Chittagong. Without them, there are many children who would not be having an education. There have been very significant improvements in educational participation in Bangladesh in recent years, now interrupted by coronavirus. There are still so many cases of those who miss out, children who drop out of school at different stages. And so this work is really vital. As I understood some of what was being said just then, you now have to be really innovative, really resourceful to get through this period with coronavirus. But we really just want very much to encourage volunteers to continue working the way they have. And not only the education, the schools, but the food distribution as well. it was certainly inspiring. You're asking me to say something inspiring, but I was inspired by the numbers of young people, people of every age group, who went out on the streets of cities like, have been out on the streets of cities like Chittagong, distributing food to destitute people while taking protective measures to keep themselves safe. And this tremendous resource of commitment to the community is really very striking, and the volunteers in your organisation are part of that. So it's certainly a highly inspiring and vital situation that you are contributing to as volunteers working for this particular organisation.
On behalf of South Asian Voice for Children, we are very much grateful to you for being here with us and giving us your valuable time with us. আমরা আমাদের অনুষ্ঠানের একেবারে শেষ পর্যায়ে এসে পৌঁছে গেছি। দর্শকরা যারা আমাদেরকে দেখছেন তাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত জানাই। আমরা আপনাদের কাছে কৃতজ্ঞতা প্রকাশ করি যে আপনাদের এই আগ্রহ আমাদেরকে উৎসাহ দিচ্ছে যে আসলে এই আন্ডার প্রিভিলেজড শিশুদেরকে নিয়ে কাজ করতে আমাদের টিমদেরকে আরো বেশি শক্তিশালী করবে। আজকের অতিথিদেরকে আমরা স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি এবং সুন্দর একটি দেশ গড়ার প্রত্যয়ে আমরা আমাদের আজকের অনুষ্ঠান এখানেই শেষ করছি। আমরা একটি সুন্দর একটি দেশ গড়ব এবং আমরা প্রত্যেক দেশ যদি আমরা সুন্দর করে গড়ি তবেই সুন্দর একটি বিশ্ব আমরা উপহার দিতে পারবো। প্রিয় দর্শক, সবাইকে স্বাগত। আমরা এখানে শেষ করছি। শুভরাত্রি। গুড নাইট টু অল।
Thank you, everyone.